And privilege to join in this announcement of a guilty verdict in the case of United States versus Josh Duggar.
On Thursday, Josh was found guilty of 2 counts of receiving and possessing child pornography.
We respect the jury's verdict and we look forward to continuing this fight on it.
Friends, have you noticed something? Why did the Duggar family's court case, which used to make headlines every single day, suddenly become completely quiet? Why did this silence just fall everywhere all at once? But friends, the real shock is this. This silence itself feels like the biggest clue, or even evidence. Now think about it for a moment. If a court suddenly decides that no information about a case can be seen by the public, then what kind of game is really going on behind the scenes? Did Jim Bob and the Duggar family use their influence to shut down the media? Or did the court come across some explosive evidence? Something so serious that, if it ever leaked, it could shake the entire reality TV industry in America. In today's video,
Josh's wife,
I'm
Anna,
going to
and
talk
their
about
7
what
children
might really
have a
be
long
happening
road ahead,
behind those
adding
closed
that they will
doors.
stand by them, pray
Why
for
is
them, and
everything
support
being
them
kept
however they
secret?
can.
And what kind of hidden plan could be unfolding behind this silence?
When
I'll share what many
others would say
people are
he doesn't
calling an
deserve it.
insider
The
style
Dillards
report,
summed it all up
something you don't usually hear anywhere else. So don't skip this. Watch till the end. Because after this twist, your trust in the Duggars might never feel the same again. Now tell me, friends, what do you think about this courtroom situation, and the mysterious silence around the Duggars? Share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more hard-hitting updates. Let's talk about what's really being hidden from us today. Ellipsis. Federal defense attorneys. Fees are not cheap. And when you look back at the long legal battles involving the Duggars over the past few years, one question keeps coming up again and again. How much is Jim Bob Duggar actually paying for all of this? Because it's not just about headlines, or court appearances. It's also about money, a lot of money. Money that can slowly drain even a very successful family business over time. And honestly, this is the part of the story that feels most interesting. Not because people enjoy seeing financial struggle, but because it shows how deeply long-term legal problems can affect a whole family behind the scenes. Over the years, the Duggars built a public image based on stability, trust, and financial success.
Kids and Counting, which was taken
Their
off the air
reality
in
TV
2015
shows brought
after
them national
accusations surfaced that
attention,
Josh had molested
sponsorships,
4 of his
and
sisters
steady
and a
income.
babysitter.
At
At
one
the time,
point,
his parents
the
sat down.
Duggars were a household name on television. But that changed quickly. After legal scandals and court cases became national news, their television future was almost completely wiped out. The end of their long-running reality show reportedly removed one of their biggest sources of income. And this matters, because even wealthy families often depend on regular cash flow. Real estate may look strong on paper, but legal bills always need real cash. Lawyers must be paid, appeals cost money, petitions cost money, investigations cost money. And federal cases are especially expensive. Top federal defense attorneys can charge hundreds of dollars per hour. And in some high-profile cases, it can go up to around $1,000 per hour. Then add travel costs, filing fees, research teams, consultants, and years of ongoing legal work. Because these cases are not quick. They go on for years. Appeals take time. Hearings continue, paperwork never really stops. And every extra month means more money. Now, to be honest, no one outside the family truly knows their exact financial situation. Most public discussion is based on speculation, reports, property records, and legal documents. So it's important not to treat speculation as absolute fact. But in recent years, people have noticed something. Talk about asset sales and property transfers has been increasing online. The Duggars have long been involved in real estate, land ownership, used car businesses, and other small ventures. Jim Bob built much of his wealth through real estate and business deals long before reality TV fame. So naturally, when assets start changing hands during long legal battles, people begin asking questions. Why is this important? Because real estate can sometimes become emergency support during financial pressure. Selling land or transferring assets might simply be smart business. But in the public eye, many people connect it directly to legal costs. And honestly, it's understandable why people think that way. What stands out here is the length of these legal battles. Most families are not emotionally or financially prepared for years of federal pressure. Even wealthy families can feel strain after a long time. And there's another debate online too. Why does Jim Bob continue supporting such a large legal defense despite heavy criticism? Some people say it's loyalty to family above everything. Others believe it's about protecting the Duggar name and legacy. And some argue it becomes emotionally and financially difficult to step away after so many years. And honestly, there's likely some truth in all of these views. Family loyalty can push people to spend huge amounts, especially when they believe they are protecting their own. At the same time, reputation matters. The Duggar family has spent years building an image of strong family leadership. So stepping away could change how people inside and outside the family see that leadership. Why is this important? Because this may no longer be just a legal issue. It may also be psychological and emotional, connected to identity, control, and reputation within the family. And time has only made things harder. The reality TV world has changed. Public opinion has shifted. The Duggar brand no longer carries the same value. Media deals are gone, sponsorships are gone, trust has weakened. Which makes replacing lost income extremely difficult. And this is where things become more serious. Owning property is one thing, maintaining it is another. Taxes keep coming. Repairs keep coming. Insurance keeps coming. Legal fees keep coming. Daily expenses keep coming. And over time, when income drops, even large property holdings can feel heavy to maintain. This is what many people often miss. Wealth in land and property does not always mean easy cash flow. Sometimes families may look rich from the outside, but face real pressure behind closed doors. And because the Duggars are so well known, every small change in their situation becomes public discussion. Every property sale, every legal filing, every update, gets analyzed online. And opinions are deeply divided. Some people sympathize, saying any parent would try to help their child. Others believe the spending shows misplaced priorities given the public damage. And these discussions often become very heated online. Some believe the family will remain financially strong because of Jim Bob's experience. Others believe legal costs and reputation damage could slowly weaken the entire empire over time. And honestly, the biggest question is sustainability. Can a family without steady public income continue paying expensive legal appeals and still maintain large real estate holdings? It's not easy, especially when legal cases keep extending, and every new appeal adds more cost and time. Unlike TV shows, legal battles don't have an ending episode. What makes this story even more striking is the image people had of the Duggar family before all this. Stable, disciplined, organized, financially secure. So the contrast today feels very sharp compared to what people once believed. And that contrast is exactly why so many people still follow the story. Because in the end, no one outside the family truly knows how much money has been spent. But one thing does seem clear. Years of federal legal battles, loss of television income, and ongoing legal pressure likely created a financial strain that is difficult for any family to carry forever. And maybe that is the real story people keep watching. Not just court updates, not just legal documents, but the question underneath everything. How long can the Duggar empire actually keep